My name's Michael. There's a quick chat about electrics. I'm not an electrician by trade, so this is Joel. I'm doing is explaining what I've done at my daughter's house. So she had a single socket that for the entire living room, believe it or not. And this is it here. And I'm just quickly testing it with a voltage tester. Stick your thumb on the end of the voltage tester, and the live should light up, which it does, and the neutral shouldn't light up, which it doesn't do. As you can see, there's lots and lots of cables and stuff lying around. My son-in-law is an IT whiz kid, and he's got cables everywhere. So the idea was that we would put 3 double sockets in, so one to replace the existing the single that was there, and another 2 in other parts of the house, or other parts of the room rather. And the idea behind that would then be that they could actually just plug in normally rather than having extension cables running left, right, and centre, which is what was currently in place. The issue that we have with that bit of electrics is the fact that it was just a single wire that was coming down from the ceiling area. As I explained in a previous video, it's an old ex-authority house, ex-council house, and it's got concrete flooring, which means that all the cables would have been ran from the original consume unit up into the space between the ceiling and the bedroom floors, and then it would be ran across to wherever it needed to go to for the lights and for the sockets. We don't have that. We're not able to change that, and we're not able to start ripping up the floors and everything else. So all I did was I've chased around at the bottom of the flooring downstairs to allow me to put the cables in, and what I'm going to have to do is just run what they call the radial. So that's going to mean the power will run from that very first socket, it'll run to a second socket, then a third, and then a final one, and it ends there. So it's not a ring circuit where it completes a circuit and it starts the consume unit and it comes back to the consume unit. This is just a radial which will run up to the ends, which means that if one of the sockets in between before the end run has a fault on it, all the sockets after that will not work. So it's good in some respects and bad in others. It's good in some respects in the fact that you know straight away that you've got a fault because it will be self-evident, and you can trace back to where the fault was. But it's ideally I would have preferred it to have been a ring circuit that I put in or connected to a ring circuit, but it's just not possible. The electrics in the house are something else. I think somebody's had a go at it a few years ago, and like I said, because so much work's already been done upstairs, and my daughter's not keen to have carpets and floorboards and else ripped up, although I would have preferred it. This is what I've done to get around the issue. So we've used a bit of bonding, and once the new boxes are in place, to close the gaps up, and then it would be skimmed, and then the new electric plates would be put on and properly earthed and tested, which is what happened. As you can see in the picture. So we tested everything was working fine. And then it was just a question of replacing the old consumer unit, which I did after these were done, just so that it didn't complicate things any further. My son-in-law had already bought a new consumer unit and a metal casing. So all the cables you see currently running down from where the ceiling area is his ring circuits and his lighting. The cable on the left-hand side is for the oven, and the 2 thicker wires on the right-hand side, that's actually the tails coming in from the main electrical feed. And there's also a large earth cable as well that comes in and is connected to the box. Here's the box closed up at the end of the day. A bit of boxing to go in around the pipe work, and that's it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.